Chalmers and D.Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. And it's LeBron James. And it's Haslam in at the 4 spot. And for Golden State, Curry and Thompson, the splash brothers in the backcourt. And at the pivot, a terrific defender and all-around player, the Australian sensation, 7-footer Andrew Bogut. And there's Iguodala. And it's Lee in at the power forward. And there's the call on Udonis Haslem. That's his first foul.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
And there's the call on Udonis Haslem. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to, I think, tone it down a little bit at the defensive end.
Shane Battier is checked in for Udonis Haslem. Gets it to go.
That's an efficient start for them offensively, working it inside for the easy 2 points.
Yeah, Clark, I think they can really attack this club in the paint. That's where they can win this game if they dominate there.
Back to Chalmers. He dishes it to LeBron. Another miss by LeBron.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one.
You know, the way he played last season and the strides he made in terms of defensive presence and the fact he's a consistent threat, we can start calling David Lee an elite power forward, in my opinion. The numbers are certainly there. You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
That's tipped. Thompson with it, now guarded by Mario Chalmers. And for David Lee last season, the second All-Star appearance in his career, one with the New York Knicks, and last year as a Warrior. The first All-Star appearance for a Golden State Warrior, Steve, and hard to believe, in 16 years.
That's a long time, but it's been a pretty big dry spell for that franchise. But, you know, you talk about Lee, he led the league last year in double-doubles, had 56 of them during the season, so... you know, is he elite? I don't know if he's elite, but he's a borderline all-star. Made it last year, but one of the top, let's say, 5-6 power forwards in the game.
That's high praise.
Yeah, off to a rough start. Just doesn't seem to have the rhythm with his shot.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. And what'd you find out, Doris?
He told me he's a fan of Andre Iguodala, especially the way he's developed his outside shot. He said that was one weakness. He could do everything else, pass, handle, and finish. And boy, what a defender. But now that he's developed that jump shot, there are really no weaknesses in his game. Guys, that makes it awfully tough to deal with a guy who can impact the game in that many ways. Back to you.
Thanks again, Doris.
And for the Warriors, unusual for a playoff team to be giving minutes to 3 or even 4 rookies, but that was the case last season. Barnes, Azili, Green, they brought in a rookie group with maturity that had done a good job of preparing themselves at the collegiate level, and all of them produced.
LeBron kicks to Wade. Launches it. Lee gets the rebound. Warriors have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Curry passes to Thompson. Back to Curry. The tray. The shot is off. And the Heat going the other way now. And for the Warriors rookies last season, Steve, they got an early start. They were in the team gym from the earliest days after the draft.
So this is a club that has great chemistry. Some of that has to do with Mark Jackson. A lot of it has to do with just the quality of people that they've put on that roster. But it's an exciting young team with a good coach and a great crowd. I think the Warriors have a very bright future.
Iguodala dishes to Thompson. Curry kicks to Lee. Shot clock at 5. 11 feet away. Again, Golden State.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on and get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher. He needs more than one guy to defend him.
Battier, the pass to Chalmers. Feeds the Bosh. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, coming off a title last year, you always wonder if a team will maybe relax a little bit. They usually won't admit to it, but Chris Bosh readily said it at times that his team had a difficult time lighting that fire again.
Azili's checked in for Golden State. Curry against Chalmers. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Warriors. to go back to what Bosch said. I think that is true for every team, Clark, that comes off a championship, but they usually don't admit it like Bosch did.
Well, you know what? Once you've won it all, there is a bit of a relief and a little malaise that may settle over you, but I've always respected Bosch's candor. He's a guy who doesn't bite his tongue, and he articulates what he feels, and I think it's impressive that they fought back to the finals once more, because that shows they eventually did recapture that fight. It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
No good from Azili.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Poked away.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
Here's Thompson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
And the Heat with some changes. Chris Anderson is checked in for Bosch. Allen comes in for Shane Battier. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But, you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
And the Heat making a change here. Haslam's checked in. Passes it to Cole. Here's the three. Can't get it to go. So Golden State will take it the other way. Dishes it to Curry. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. And the jam by Udonis Haslam.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
They grabbed their own miss. Stolen by Anderson. Allen kicks to Cole. And Curry pulls it down.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
You know, one of the things about the Heat since the Big Three has come together is that they've been able to find the right kinds of veteran players to step in and fill specific roles for this team as they've won a couple of championships now. Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
So, you know, they've got a nice lead. Don't take any chances. The simple one-hander is just fine.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. The Heat leading by 6. And it's easy to have players wanting to join the Heat when they're competing for an NBA title every season. But, Steve, even then, they find the ones that most fit their offensive and defensive philosophy. And that's when they're going to come up big for them.
Yeah, for sure. This team has done such a good job putting together this roster around LeBron and Wade. You think about Birdman in the playoffs last year, Battier coming in here as a stretch four. They've just found the right players and the right mix, and that's one of the big reasons why this team is back-to-back NBA champs.
A nice shot by Anderson.
Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game has been all about rapid-fire offense early.
Outside Curry. Here's Azili, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. No shortage of scoring here. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Miami.
When they come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Lee, an all-star for the second time last season. He averaged almost 18 points, 11 boards, and 4 assists a game. In fact, he became only the 5th player in Warriors history to clear 17, 10, and 3. Lee said of his assist, quote, "Teams are giving me a lot of attention. A lot of times the natural thing is to find the open man. But," he added, "I don't care about numbers. I get satisfaction from winning." And Kevin, the Warriors did that, with Lee making the first playoff appearance in his career.
Well, Doris, they really established that culture, and I guess those guys are buying in.
Well, you know, it's interesting, guys. Klay Thompson is, we all know, is a deadly outside shooter. And I think early in his NBA career, he struggled a bit with his touch around the rim. So it's nice to see as last season wore on, he started to find that touch around the glass and finish against bigger guys, which is much needed at the two-guard position.
Well, and Clark, going back to Klay Thompson, he wants to be a complete player. His dad certainly was, and you know, Steve, he's just not a shooting specialist.
No, he's got the size and ball handling ability to really attack off the dribble, and he's also become an excellent defender, too. Greg Popovich talked about it during their playoff series a year ago. Thompson really did a nice job at that end of the floor.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
And that one's good.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
And the jam by David Lee. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw, the defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Chris Bosh has checked in for the Heat. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
The Heat marched their way to the best record in the league last season, 66-16, and the ability to win on the road, a big part of that league best record.
Allen for three. It's rebounded by Golden State. Thompson's got his third rebound on the night. Barnes kicks to Douglas, and that is good. Douglas has got his first points of the night.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
And back to the Heat in their play on the road. 29 wins for them as the visiting side, and that was in another category compared to every other team in the league. Steve, nobody else really even came close.
No, nobody did, and I'll tell you what, when they went on their huge winning streak, it wasn't like they did it all at home. In fact, 13 of those 27 games during their winning streak were on the road, and that's not easy to do.
A three from Barnes, kept alive. Bogut. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
LeBron's checked in for Ray Allen. Wade kicks to Bosh. LeBron, this one for three, and the shot is good. LeBron's got 7 points.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Curry kicks to Douglas. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Chalmers. The dish now to Battier. Lee with the steal. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Curry can't get it to go.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
Bosh covered by Bogut. It's stolen by Bogut. To the middle. Here's Curry. And home, and he draws the foul. Chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Dwayne Wade.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. Chalmers guarded by Curry. Tipped. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Iguodala's
down there, man. Some hang time on that rim. Puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game. And those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
Oh, boy. Whipped cream, cherry on top. It always comes back to dessert for Clark.
Kicks it to Barnes. Back to Curry. From past the arc. Another miss by Curry.
Well, LeBron James was probably his best season statistically a year ago. I don't think there's any question about it, guys. I mean, certainly it was his most efficient offensive season. I mean, he had career highs of 56% shooting from the floor and 41% from long range. I don't know if we've seen a player of his size put together those kinds of numbers with the types of shots that he takes. I mean, just absolutely stunning what he did on an terms of his efficiency last season.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, head coach Eric Spoelstra of the Miami Heat finally getting the respect he deserves now with their multiple championships. But his players, not afraid to rib him a little. Dwayne Wade said Spoelstra's favorite word? Focus. He said, here's what it sounds like to play for my coach. Come on, guys, we have to focus. Next game. Come on, guys, it's about focus. Game 82. Guys, it's about focus. Kevin, it's all about that consistent message, right?
A steady hand, Doris. The players seem to really appreciate it. Warriors trail by 5. And for LeBron James this season before last, he really focused on scoring in the post. Using his size and strength.
And we've seen his field goal percentage climb as a result. The low post work, I think the selection too, shoots fewer three-pointers but a higher percentage. So now, how do you guard the guy? He's got everything in the package.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Curry kicks to Iguodala. Back to Curry. Barnes dishes to Iguodala. Here's Curry. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists tonight. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Adier cannot hit.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game eventually.
Barnes against LeBron. Pass to Chalmers. Adier outside. LeBron kicks to Wade. Back to LeBron. And a miss here on the triple. And the first half ends in a close one. Heat out front.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Thanks for joining
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
You know, it's funny, you look at the Golden State Warriors, they've had the 3rd best home court advantage in the league over the last decade or so. Only the Rocky Mountain teams, Denver and Utah, were better. At Oracle, it's not the altitude, it's the crowd. One of the best in all of the NBA.
The Heat with the lead. In transition, here comes Miami. A finish. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
The fans don't like that call one bit.
Well, the officials got an earful as a result.
Back to Iguodala. Golden State moving it around. And stolen by Chalmers. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. The Warriors shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Back to Curry. Uncovered. And it comes off the front of the rim. And Clark, as you were saying about the Warriors, they really feed off this home crowd. Steve, you said maybe the best in the NBA.
I think so, just in terms of the support they get, regardless of their success. You think back over the last 16, 17 years, the Warriors have only been in the playoffs twice, and yet the fans are there every single night going nuts. So now that they're a good team, I think this fan base is really going to come alive.
The Heat have magnificent talent, but even coming off an NBA title, they had never put their name into the conversation of the great team until last spring when they went on that amazing 27-game winning streak. You know, he just hasn't looked right to me, a bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Iguodala, the pass to Bogut. Iguodala moves back up. No good from Bogut.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
Here's LeBron. And the layup's good off the glass. LeBron's got 15. And for the Heat, they were staring right at the 72 Lakers win record, and I'm sure everyone remembers, but ultimately they would fall, Steve, to the Bulls after 27 consecutive wins.
Yeah, that streak to me was one of the great feats in NBA history. Winning 27 games in a row in the regular season, so difficult, but it showed you what the Heat were made of. They really were battling every night, and I thought that put them on a great run heading into the playoffs.
Lee's checked in for Andrew Bogut. The drive by Wade. The kick out to LeBron. Chalmers expanding his range. The shot by Wade, no good. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to Iguodala. Yes, and the foul. That's on LeBron James.
Boy, it was an impressive turnaround for Mark Jackson and the Warriors last season. I mean, his promise of making the playoffs didn't come together in his first season at the controls, but in year 2, they got it done. And I tell you what, most thought Mark would be a really outstanding coach, and he's well on his way to making that a reality.
Chris Anderson is checked in for the Heat.
Well, he did have a three-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Curry's got 17. And for Mark Jackson, there have been some questions. He had never spent time as a coach, even as an assistant. I guess the question was, Steve, would he be able to take over the reins as a head coach?
Well, the biggest thing you want to do as an NBA coach is have your players buy into what you're selling, and Mark Jackson's been able to do that. His players believe in him. He motivates them. They like playing for him, and that's most of the battle right there.
And Norris Cole's going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Heat with some changes. Chris Bosh is checked in for Haslam. And it's Chalmers in for Dwayne Wade. Stolen by Bosh. LeBron outside. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Now it's a 6-point Heat lead.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Ron right side, and the rejection by Spates. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Iguodala running, and the jam by Stephen Curry.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Well, one thing I've always loved about Andre Iguodala is the fact that he's so unselfish. He's really probably best suited to play a point-forward role, where he's handling the ball quite a bit, either in transition or in the half court at the high post. He can use his size to pass over the top of people.
And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. The Heat making a switch here. Allen's checked in. And here are the Warriors now. They trail by 1. Outside for Curry. Offensive rebound. Lee dishes to Lee. And there's the call on Bosh. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, yeah, he had not established position.
You know, I prefer the refs to whistle with a block when in doubt. I thought that was a good call there.
Udonis Haslem. He's checked in for Miami. Thompson misses. And you go back to Iguodala. Relatively judicious with his shot selection in Denver. Some have wanted him to even be more aggressive offensively.
You know, I think that's a bit misguided, Kevin. This is a guy who does everything and does it well. He's a team-first guy. He's got to stay true to who he is. And I think he does a really good job of doing that. He rebounds, he defends, he passes, he provides scoring. You can't just look at his point totals and evaluate his game.
He brings a lot to the table. What do you call stat sheet stuffer?
Yes, sir. That's him.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for Norris Cole.
Boy, have they been hitting the glass hard or what? Kind of surprising with such a tight game.
No, you're right. Very rarely will you out-rebound an opponent like that and not have it pay off. The bounce pass was the key to the play.
And the pass to Haslem. He kicks it to Bosh. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Wade, defended by Douglas. The feed to Haslam. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And the Heat making a change here. .58 seconds left in the third quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Allen. Second chance shot. Here's Chalmers. The shot, no good. Good D by Lee. Golden State's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Thompson misses.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
LeBron outside. Kicks it out to Allen. Jacks up a three. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And that's now 8 points for Ray Allen. Warriors trail by 5. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. He dishes it to Douglas. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Wade gets to Chalmers. LeBron. Lee with the steal. Thompson inside the line. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Heat.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And something else they've excelled at is their interior defense. A lot of blocked shots for them tonight.
Allen for the three. That's good. Allen's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Heat.
Well, Allen is the all-time leader in three-pointers made, past Reggie Miller a couple of years ago. So obviously you have to worry about him out there. But what makes Allen so good is that he can also put the ball on the floor, get into the paint, and score at that mid-range area as well.
And he really has a fondness for those corners. I mean, you just can't help off of him. Too much of a threat from out there. You've got to stay connected to him.
Curry gets the bucket.
Another good look there, and that's his second three-pointer of the game.
LeBron with it. And now by Barnes. Haslam, the pass to LeBron. Allen for three. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got his fifth assist in this one. Warriors trail by 6. Outside Curry. Another miss by Curry. Miami's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Count the bucket. 16 points for Ray Allen.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
D.Lee, and there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And Miami making a change here. Cadier's checked in. They get it again.
He had to clear some space for himself to get that rebound. Not easy in there among the big bodies.
Here's Curry. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And some changes here for the Heat. Wade comes in for Ray Allen. And it's Chalmers in for Norris Cole. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. LeBron dishes to Wade. Ball's not loose. It's Iguodala with the draw. Oh, look out!
Talk about putting something extra on him. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, startling that he'd even try that right now.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
I agree, Clark. They need stops, and they can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are really high percentage looks.
Curry kicks to Iguodala. Back to Curry. Leads him in there. Azili gets the bucket. Azili's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I thought so too, Clark.
And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for the Heat. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Mark Jackson said to his club. He told the guys that for now, he wants to see them back off the three-point shot, saying all our offense doesn't need to come from perimeter jump shots. Let's get the ball inside for some high percentage looks.
Got that one up quick. And the Heat lead by 4.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Iguodala kicks to Ezeli. That falls. Nice speed that time from Andre Iguodala.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's foul number 2 for him. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Ezeli. Chalmers passes to LeBron, and he bangs it home with one hand.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
And those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
How about that nice 1-2 punch there, guys? Great defensive play, and, of course, it leads to the great basket in transition.
Love the attacking style there, Steve.
Curry with it. Iguodala outside. Off target from outside. The Heat leading by 6. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah. Steve, you like groove, don't you?
I do. I love groove, Kevin, and I love the attack mode this team is in, too. I mean, they're really getting into the paint. They're getting whatever they want offensively.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. Chalmers dishes to LeBron. Banked in off the glass. LeBron's got 23 points.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Here's Iguodala. Knocks down the 3-ball.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
.135 left in the fourth quarter of this one. LeBron kicks to Wade. Chalmers. Wade, he's covered by Thompson. The drive by LeBron. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a 3-point play.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
It's Curry outside. That's good. Curry's got 12 points in just the second half.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Well, it took them a while, but they're finally starting to get some rhythm offensively on the outside.
And the basket by Chalmers.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
He passes to Wade.
He tried to step in and cut him off, but just not clicking him.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
And Kevin, he's really solidified his role as the closer on this team. You know, Miami struggled to figure out whether they'd go to LeBron or Bosh or Wade at first. I think Wade has become the guy.
Well, I tell you what, it's nice to have 2 guys that are capable of closing, Steve. And I agree with you, though. His aggressiveness and confidence probably give him a slight edge in closing over LeBron. You can play great defense on him, but he still typically finds a way to get the shot he wants.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. So he comes up empty at the line.
You know, normally when you dominate on the glass, it really shows up on the scoreboard, but not so much here today.
You're right, Steve. Typically, it is a good barometer that indicates who's winning, but not so. It took him a little while, but he's really got that 3 working now. Let's see if he can keep it up.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And that trip coming up empty. Missing both. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Clark, no room for error
Kevin,
here.
got to be perfect from here on out. You're exactly right.
Lee passes to Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing. Miami's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Haslam, he's covered by Iguodala. Left side, Bosh. Back to LeBron. Heat moving the ball around. Feeds to Chalmers. 6 to shoot. And so they foul intentionally. Gets the first, makes it a 7-point lead. And a new group in for the Heat. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called the Warriors. They're behind by 8. 11 seconds left in the game. What's your take, guys?
Well, they can game plan all they want, but there's not enough time left for them to come back and win this game.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure exactly what they think they're going to pull off here.
It's Curry outside. Rebounded by Battier. Outside for Curry. For the three. Hins the three. Here's Cole. No good. And so it's Miami winning this one. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.